What's going on, everybody, and welcome back to the channel. Now today we are back here with another Discord cricket memes episode here on this Tuesday with episode number 198. I can't believe we are just 2 away from the double ton. So firstly, if you're not subscribed, what are you doing? Hit that subscribe button, turn notifications on, leave a like, and comment down below how your weekend was, what you're looking forward to in the cricket weekend. Even if it's not cricket, let me know. Algorithm stuff, YouTube stuff. If you want to join the Discord as well, hit me up on either of those social medias, or just comment down below. I will get you in the Discord, and you can post your own memes, general chat, all of that good stuff. But hey, we're going to jump straight into this one. Let's just get straight into it. It should hopefully be a little bit of a longer one. I just finished recording my T20 World Cup fixture preview. So if you haven't, go check that out. I appreciate it. All right, let's get into it. ICC will be silent now. Outfield in Dharamsala. Yeah, look, a little bit, it definitely gets a little bit furry. And then the outfield in the SCG. Yeah, it's actually not great. And there's a few of those in Australia, which I don't know if it's because of like the fake grass that they have to lay down or something, or I don't know. I'm not really a curator. I wouldn't really know what sort of seeds or grass that we should be running with. This man started from where he left off. Most wickets in the Pakistan series, player of the series, and took the Aussies to the number 1 ranking. Bro started his 2024 with a bang, leaving off where he left off last year. So yeah, man, it's just the most inspirational captain. I love him. And, a lot of people were sitting on the fence with Camo as a captain when it was announced a few years ago, when people were so unsure what this team would look like in 12 to 24 months. And we're sitting here successful and keeping the fans happy, which, as an Aussie, that's all you could probably want. Batting, bowling, captaincy, and winning trophies, man. Yeah. What a last 12, 24 months, and then you topped it off with getting paid, a couple million at the IPL auction. Not bad. Not bad. Imagine if you told that to cricketers back in the day, like those guys like Sir Vivian Richards, that people were getting paid. Bowlers are getting paid 3 mil. The man Viv Richards nowadays, he would be getting paid 42 million to play in the IPL. Can you name all of them? I sure can. So we got Jimison Patterson, James Patterson, of course. We got James Faulkner. We got the man Jackson Bird. We got Peter Siddle. We got Ryan Harris. And then we got Mitchell Stark, a baby-faced Mitchell Stark right there. Man, this just brings back so many good memories. And then and this was like an unexperienced bowling attack as well. Like during this time, we had Mitchell Johnson was around during these times as well. Who else? I'm missing another one. Hazelwood was still bouncing around. Cummins was pretty much injured around this sort of point as well. But yeah, we had so many young up-and-coming quicks, especially Moses in this sort of category, an all-rounder like James Faulkner. So yeah, you got to remind them all. But I think that was in the tour to England. Correct me if I'm wrong. The Ashes tour. Thank you, Dave. Yes, sir. Hey, it's good to see him, man. One of my all-time favourites. Like, we know that he's had his moments in his career, and, when he was a lot younger, he used to be so feisty, and he used to be, not everyone used to love him. We know that, but I feel like nowadays, if you don't, you're just a hater. Because the man's done nothing but just pile on runs and being a good ambassador, right? But everyone to themselves, eh? The family? Yes, David and Candace Warner and the kids, man. This is what it's all about right here. I love this. Yes, sir. And it was so cool to see, like, when he was standing there for the national anthem at the start of the game, and his kids were out there with him for the national anthem. Like, bro, that has got to be the greatest, or coolest moment as a parent or a cricketer, singing your national anthem, representing the country, and having your kids with you. Like, so good. What a moment. Yeah. And this is the stuff that I do love. And I wish they did this a hell of a lot more often, especially in Australia. Just because there's not as many people, right? Like, if you tried to do this at, Narendra Modi Stadium, you might have some troubles fitting in 120,000 people. But at the SCG, there's only about 15, 20,000 there. I like it. We got Uzi's mum with Davey. Hey, that's what we love to see. It's lovely. Oh, man. Of course, they were, best mates growing up. Not him and Uzi's mum, but him and Uzi is what I meant. I'll edit that out. But yeah, Warner and Uzi. I'm sure we've all seen that photo of them batting when they were younger together. It's really funny, but so cute and wholesome, and they've still been so close, best mates throughout it, right? Man, we're gonna miss David Warner. Who will be the next Test opener of Australia? As much as Bancroft probably deserves it, I hope it's my man Stephen Smudger Boy Smith. I'm praying that it's Steve Smith. I just want to see it. This record will be very hard to break. Most hundreds as an opener in international cricket, all formats. David Warner, 49. I didn't even know that this was the stat that was true. This is pretty fucking nuts, isn't it? And then Sachin, of course, that man was bouncing around up the order and down and then up and then down and situations. That was the sort of captain he was. Chris Gayle, of course. I mean, he either made, 300 or he made 20. That was just his usual style. And then Jaya Saraya with 41. You probably don't even think of Jaya Saraya when you think of the all-time openers, but you really should, eh? Yeah, wow. That's kind of got me a little bit back as well. 41. There was just so many of those underrated Sri Lankan cricketers back in the day. The craze for Test cricket in Australia. The total attendance at the Pink SCG Test was 125,000. That was only over about 3 or 4 days as well, which is pretty good. And then the total attendance in the series, 325,000, which for 3 Test matches, we're playing against Pakistan, which, I'm not trying to be disrespectful, but it's not England or it's not India. It's not where everyone has to be there and has to watch. But it's actually a really successful summer, with the amount of fans. It's been the most amount of fans that the Australian cricket public has seen since, 2018, 2019. So it's impressive. I'm very happy to see, cricket during the summer here in Australia. Cricket's always so popular, which it's my favourite time as an Aussie to be a cricket fan, because I love cricket for 12 months of the year, but then the entirety of Australia starts loving it as well. And then, it feels good that everyone else loves it too for a little bit. not all the year like us, from hard times to winning everything. In case you never get a second chance, don't be afraid. And what if you do get a second chance? You take it like that man, David Warner, of course, yeah. The T20 World Cup, WTC, ODI World Cup winner. And I'll never, underestimate David's role, especially in that the ODI World Cup as well. Don't forget, he was Aussie's leading run scorer by a long way, and he was by far set the tone for Australia with the runs and the bat early. He was the only one making runs early in the tournament for us, so well done, David. This is why we love you. Pre-2018 version. This is what I'm saying. Bro, he used to be the biggest little... I'm not going to say the rude words on here, but he used to be a little scumbag. Let's be honest. That's an allowed word. He used to be, far out. Obviously, as an Aussie, I used to love it so much. It used to get me so up and about. I used to just, if this man David was barking at the TV, I was barking at the TV. Of course, that series in South Africa was kind of, the downfall of everything. But look, that's what happens. But yeah, look, even the man Suresh Raina, Rowett, what did Suresh do? Suresh is the nicest guy ever. 7 short of a double ton. Dev Dutt Padikkal. Where does he play now? Lucknow? He's at Lucknow, isn't he? 193 with 24 fours and 4 sixes as an opener in the Ranji Trophy. And that's in a test match. I mean, he's done it off not very many deliveries. That's pretty impressive. Would have loved the double ton. And then we've got Rinku, 92. Wow. So they were 124 for 5, which is not good. You bring out Rinku, and then you go to 302 for 10, which... that's just the impact. And you can obviously tell that... Oh, look, he's covered... So, this is some Chad moment right here. He's wearing his Indian team kit helmet, but then he's covered up the Indian logo. I'm still a state player, but yeah, I play for India as well. He's just letting everyone know, I play for India, lads. Calm down. That's that Yeah, I love that sort of stuff right there. It's like when players turn up to training at their local club cricket and they've got like the full, Team Australia kit on or something. It's like, that's a bit of domination right there. Players like Sarfaraz, Prithvi Shaw and Shivam Dubey are playing here. The office of the Bihar Cricket Association, and then the condition of the stadium. Oh no, yeah, it's not great, is it? Needs a bit of work done. This one needs a little bit of just a bit of love and caring, I think. I mean, like, you can see the potential. Just probably needs a bit of a clean-up, doesn't it? Just someone to care for it, put a bit of money into it, because that's the most important thing for like the up-and-coming cricketers, right? I mean, Ranji Trophy, but they probably put so much more of their money into the IPL that maybe they neglect a few of these teams. Let me know what we think. Like, is there more teams that probably don't get as much money from the board, maybe? I don't know, but it's interesting. Because, yeah, you can't, like, especially in 2024, Sarfaraz, Prithvi Shaw, Shivam Dubey, those are some of your better cricketers. Like, you need to have the right facilities for them. What is next? 2007, Warne retires from Test cricket at the SCG. 2024, Warner retires from the Test cricket at SCG. Test cricket needs to survive long enough for Warnest to complete the set in 2041. Yo, who's going to name their kid Warnest? Or last name, at least. I've never heard that last name, but I don't know. Might have to work through something there. We got Indian versus Pakistani desserts. I am hungry.
And Pakistan desserts with my brother Pushback Jalebi, your favorite. I don't know what the hell that is. This is the Pakistani version. I know, they look very different. I want you to try the Pakistani.
Oh, he's smelling it?
It can't taste like jalebi, bro. That tastes like Pakistani churro. Pakistan started the jalebis, and then India followed up. Pakistan even exists when jalebi came. I saw on Google. I like the Pakistani more. It's more soft. The most famous dessert
Gulab.
and Pakistan is the gulab jamun.
Yeah, Jamin. I thought Jamun.
Oh my god, your balls are way bigger.
Bro, alright, hold on. We got to chill saying some things like that, alright? You catch me a little bit off guard. Hold on, I better turn that down just a little bit. Hold on a minute. What did he say?
But that one is way bigger. Oh my god, your balls are way bigger.
Alrighty.
The whole thing. Oh my god. I bet I'm gonna give it to the Pakistani ones. The Gulab R4 India. Those are rated though. 9 out of 10. I can't lie. That's it? Just a 9? Are you kidding me? 10, bro. It's always a 10. Just come to India and try Gulab Jamuns in India. Right? Be safe if I go to India. Of course. As long as you don't say mimosa. What's wrong with mimosa? It's a samosa. I have 100,000 likes on this video and I'm going to India. Alright, let's go.
Damn, okay. I hope you got 500,000 likes. Here's how the nominees of ICC Cricketer of the Year award performed in 2023. Here we go. Let's make our predictions, shall we? Won the WTC and the World Cup, retained the Ashes, crucial spells in knockouts of the World Cup, and back-to-back fifers in December. You got Kohli, most international centuries, most ODI tons, blockbuster World Cup with the bat, and second most runs in the calendar year. Trav Ball, century in WTC final, half century in ODI World Cup semi-final, and the century in the World Cup final. So, look, I'm going to be honest, if we're talking like big game players, I find it hard to go past Head just because of how he's performed in big finals, but did he do enough in other games? I don't know. I remember, like, probably my favourite knock of Travis Head was the first game that he played, the second test match of the BGT series, and he was dropped for the first game, came back in the second game, and scored 100, I think it was. So, that was one of my favourites. Jardu played a crucial role in, he absolutely dominated us in the BGT, leading wicket taker, only cricketer to score 550 plus wickets. So, worthy selections all four. Look, I'm going to give it's either Cummins or Kohli. And I'm going to let the comments decide. You let me know who you're thinking right there. I mean, I guess it just kind of depends what side of the coin do you rather, because Kohli gave it everything he had. He couldn't carry his team to the championship win, but, he still made that many damn runs. Do the statistics lie? Who knows? You guys let me know what we're thinking there. Yeah, I think it'll go to Cummins, though, just because I think they won the trophy. I think the nominees for the awards. So we got Cricketer of the Year. We just went through them. Test cricketers, Ashwin, Joe Root, Head, and Khawaja. Ooh, I mean, didn't Joe Root make a heaps of centuries? But I think Khawaja probably. ODI cricketer. Kohli, T20 cricketer. Surya. So that's, yeah, nice ones. There's my predictions right there, man. India A squad against the England Lions in the warm-up games. All right, let's get a look at this. So, Iswaran as the captain, that's cool. Sudarshan, Rajat Patidar, Sarfaraz, KS Bharat, Navdeep Saini, okay, Tushar Deshpande, and Dhruv Jural, and Akash Deep. So, that's good to see, all right. You notice some of those names. Good to see that man, Rajat Patidar, amongst that. Where's Arshdeep? Is Arshdeep not in the red ball considerations? What's going on? I don't know. I guess maybe in England, but come on. No Indian food? As per The Guardian, England team have decided to bring a chef along with them to the Indian tour because they want nutritious meals instead of spicy food. Yo! You're going to India and you're not even going to eat the local cuisine. Brother, what's going on? That's got to be illegal. You can't go to India and not eat their own food. Come on. Yo, I mean, I guess they're just desperate to try and win. So they're like, if this can mean that we don't fall ill, then I suppose. But maybe just I don't know, just don't get sick. How about that? I don't know. What do you guys reckon about that? Like, yeah, it's a little bit, I don't know, it's not disrespectful, but it's a little bit like really? You don't trust their own chefs over there? Like, I don't know. It's a little bit weird for me. I know Team Australia, all the Aussie players, they just sit there and eat all the Indian food. That man Steve Smith and Warner, Cummins, they're all into their food. Akash and Suwag hits back. Ooh, what's going on here? Good idea. I'm sure, hold on. What's that? I don't know what this is saying here, but I'm sure that majority of English players must be bringing in their chefs for the IPL too, year after year. That's what I'm saying. Like, how can you be there for the IPL and not care at all because you're getting paid so much? But then when you're there for the Red Bull tour and you're not getting paid as much, hold on, we need our own chef. We're on to you, Team England. We're fucking on to you. Who agrees? Should we boycott England from cricket? We'll get to that a bit later. So top three batsmen right here. Sachin, Dravid, Laxman. Ooh, all right, let's just run through them. Yuvraj, Dhoni, and Raina. I mean, if I'm playing a white ball tournament, I'm probably choosing these three as my white ball players. Although this three would be pretty solid too. Oh man, I'm not going to lie. How do you go past Sachin, Suwag, and Gambhir? But then how do you go past Sachin, Dravid, and VVS? I'm going to choose this one just because I think in big games and big group stage knockout matches, I think these three are probably my best chance of performing to the absolute best. Because we know that man Gambhir was always a big game final player, Sachin as well. And then, well, you've got Suwag who can literally make a quick fire 100 if he needed. So probably give me those three. But yeah, Laxman. Yeah, I know. Some good names. I like that. Sixers end their losing streak thanks to James Vince. How was the experience? It was good. It was actually my first... what's Moises doing? What? Moses? This man Moses picking his nose. All right. Yeah, it was actually good. It was my first game that I had been to in like Big Bash League game. I have not been to the Big Bash to see a game in like 5-6 years. So it was a pretty cool experience to go to the G for the first time in like a few years, I think. So yeah, good to be amongst it, see the Sixers win, see Moises hit the winning runs. I tell you what, I witnessed all the Star fans walking out before Moises hit the winning runs. It was inspirational. It was motivational. And it just showed that he should be a part of that T20 World Cup team. So, yeah, no, that was a very good experience to see us win that. I definitely want to start going to more games again and being able to vlog. It was just, I didn't happen to record anything there just because it was my first time going to the G for a long time. I just had to keep my wits about me, knowing where I'm going, knowing what I'm doing, knowing that I don't miss the train, just all of that stuff. But, I'm definitely going to start bringing that stuff. Don't you worry. Here are the official groups. Now, I did just run through that video should be up, but if you want to hear my thoughts on the group stages and who I think will win each group, go to my video previewing the T20 World Cup, trust me. 3 centuries loading for Bobsy the King. Oh man, he's absolutely licking his chops seeing this one. Oh yeah. So other than playing India, which, he might either score 70 or he'll score 3 off 10, and then, he plays Ireland, Canada, and USA. That man Barbar is going to become the greatest batsman again after playing those 3 games. I tell you what, we're going to be hearing all of this, is Barbar the greatest since Don Bradman? He made a century against Oman. He must be. Yeah, look, it is what it is. Everyone's got some interesting groups and teams in there. That's just the new World Cup, fixtures with all the teams, but yeah, I don't know. It'll be interesting, won't it? It's just until we get to the Super 8s, that's when you can kind of determine how big of an innings it was. The Australian fixtures, we play Oman, England, Namibia, and then Scotland. So I like those 4 games. Should be 4 wins, except maybe against Oman. That's the only team I see beating us out of those. England, not so much. Not so much. That's going to get me back, isn't it? Oh no. Hold on, what's it? When Americans will witness Kohli stardom, New Yorkers watching Kohli tonk it over Ralph's head again, it'll be the greatest home run they've ever seen. If the stadium gets built, good Lord. I just did my preview of the T20 World Cup, and the fixture hadn't even been... The stadium didn't even look like it's been built yet, so I'm a little bit worried. 26th of June... Okay, semi-final number 1, 27th of June, Trinidad, and then the final in Barbados, of course. I'm so happy that they've chose that the West Indies will host the semi-finals, because with all due respect to the USA, I just don't think they will get the right atmospheres for the biggest of big games. I think they'll get some in some of the good games, but yeah, I don't know. Meanwhile, Pat Cummins looking at Group B. Yes, sir. Yes, sir, bring them home. Namibia and Scotland and Oman. They'll be tough. England, again, not so much. Not so much. Not again this time. ICT fans think they'll win the T20 World Cup easy. Meanwhile, these kangaroos, Headball and Marshy, yeah. Wow, it's going to be... I can't wait, actually, until I can make my predicted 11 videos on the T20 World Cup. I might actually make those within the next few weeks, just so we can kind of get my early predictions, and then we might even make an updated version once we get further to it. Top 2 teams from each group will play the semi-finals then. Any predictions... I have actually given my predictions, as I've said. So go watch my preview of the fixture and my group predictions. Go do that. Trust me. You want to hear what I have to say, if you care. So no rest for the big 3. They've got nothing to indicate they'll need a rest. They've got a little bit of a gap. I could see a pretty much unchanged bowling lineup. All right. Andrew, look at me. They've just played 3 big test matches. They've just come back from a big World Cup. They've got so much damn cricket that they have to play. They've got... I know they don't care about the IPL, right now, but you've got a massive IPL coming up. You're worth a lot of money. Just take it a little bit easy, fellas, especially you, Mitchell Starc. You haven't played this much back-to-back cricket in a while. So I'm a little bit worried, for Starkey and his body and how it all holds up. Test series, IPL, and then T20 World Cup. It's going to be a massive fixture for him because he's not done that in a long time. Obviously played the IPL as well. So I would be resting him, and I'm getting in Scott Boland, Lance Morris, anyone. Not Billy Stanlake, but, just anyone. Just anyone. Get him in. He's 12 years old. Vaibhav from Bihar made his debut in the Ranji Trophy against Mumbai. Bro, he's 12. He should be watching, cartoons on TV. Till now, the record of making the youngest debut was Swapnil Singh. I think I've heard of him. 14 years old, which is still insane. So a 12-year-old was getting bowled at by professional cricketers. Yo, at 12, I was picking my boogers at 12 years old. I don't know. This guy is inspirational, I'm not going to lie, man. I hope they got him a better bat, though, because if he needs to bat, it might break his bat. So they need, get him some stickers on that bat. Get him some nice, bat, oil and gloss on it, some tape. A strong 19-man squad by Afghanistan for the India tour. Looks pretty solid. So they've got Faruqi, Ul Haq, Qais Ahmed, Noor Ahmad, Gurbaz is on there, Zadran, the skipper. Rashid Khan's there, which is good to see. I was looking for him. So Majib as well. Omarzai, some good names on there. Muhammad Nabi. I mean, he's about 75 now, but he's still playing. He's still bloody playing. Here are the dates and venues. The first T20 in Mohali. That'll be awesome. 11th of January. Second, indoor. Third, in Bengaluru. So, Bengaluru, oh man, there could be plenty of runs there, couldn't there? Oh yeah. This is going to be a pretty exciting series, I think. I mean, we've seen what Afghanistan did in the World Cup recently. I know different format, but they still have, the capacity to compete at least, right? As per reports, Hardik asked to report at NCA every day, but he skipped 5 days in a week. Surely not. Later, he went twice in the next 2 days to complete his only attendance. Oh no, Mr. Pandya. Don't tell me we have to ask Krunal to start looking after you, Hardik. Krunal will look after you very well, but he doesn't need to do it. I'm going to assume that this is just a joke or something, but yeah, you would think that he would be so important and so much looking forward to coming back and playing cricket again, because he's had a lot of people throw shade at his name recently, so he should be so motivated to come back and work his hardest, right? Another cryptic post. Kieron Pollard, once the rain is over, an umbrella becomes a burden to everyone. That's how loyalty ends when benefits stop. Look, I'll be honest. It doesn't make a lot of sense to me. I mean, look, I can't really decipher quotes that well, to be honest, but what I'm getting is that someone's not being very loyal to Kieron Pollard. That's what I'm getting at. Is this about Mumbai? Is it about the West Indies? Is it about his relationship at home? It literally could be about anything, eh? It could be that, his favourite pizza shop shut down. I don't know. Could be anything. Let me know what we're thinking. Theories? The top 10 richest leagues in the world? Let's have a look-see.
Guess the top 10 richest leagues. This is via puberty. So sports.
Oh, whoa. Hold on. Let's guess it. So, NFL number one. NFL, NBA, NHL. I think the IPL would be top 3 at least.
Number 1, 18.6 billion.
Gotta be.
NBA is number 2, 10.5 billion. MLB is number 3,
Wow.
10.3 billion. Premier League is number 5, 6.6 billion. La Liga is
7?
5.3
Serie A?
billion. I'm locked in right now.
Bundesliga?
Premier League? Which one? No, the other Premier League. The Russian Premier League. Is
What?
That's
Russian?
6 million. Is the NHL on there?
Has to be.
NHL is number 6, 5.93 billion. Gosh, I'm surprising myself with every move I make. The MLS is not on there. That's not on there. You have 2 soccer ones though. Champions League is number 9, 3.3 billion.
I mean,
You get the
I guess, right? It is a league, technically, but alright, fair. It's more like a tournament, but alright.
other soccer one. I know it. Serie A, not Serie A.
Bundesliga.
Oh, there's a killer. I'm sorry, Brian. Oh, I know what it is. It's the Bundesliga. Sorry. I'm really excited for that one. 3.8 billion.
IPL.
4. It's not soccer. Cricket. It's cricket.
Hey!
Indian.
Yeah! Okay.
$4 billion. Shout out to all of our Indian followers.
Yes, sir. I mean, I'm not from India, but I classify myself as maybe a half Indian as well. So I'm a big IPL fan. I appreciate that. I appreciate it. Groups competition be like Group A, Group B, Group C, and Group D. Yeah, this is what I spoke about very highly on my preview for the fixture. Is that Group D is literally not good, and then you look at Group A, and that probably explains. I mean, you got India, Pakistan, and then the rest, and then you got England, Australia, then the rest, and then you've got the Windies, New Zealand, Afghanistan, then the rest, and then every team in Group D could literally win a game on any given day. I think Nepal are going to surprise a lot. Same with the Netherlands. Bobsy the king for you. Imagine there's a twist in the story. Oh, okay. I like these scenarios. Imagine it's T20 World Cup final. India v Pakistan. India batted first and set a target of 200. That will be tough to get. Pakistan, 195 for 9 after 19.5. Babar is on 99 off 50 not out. Oh my God. Pakistan needs 6 runs to win in 1 ball. Babar is on strike. Can he do it? A few moments later, Babar Azam flicked the ball into the gap and took a single to celebrate his century. So, well done. That would be quite inspirational. And I wouldn't call that a stat pad. So, of course, you probably want to win the World Cup final, but for Babar, it would move him up to the number 1 ranking potentially. So, Babar's rubbing his hands with that one. Bring it home. Oh, shout out to Babar. He definitely gets trolled a lot, but he's obviously a quality player, right? It's all just jokes. Getting closer, Muhammad Shami's brother making his first class debut for Bengal. Bro, that is so cool, and they look so alike too. I mean, they are brothers, that would make sense, but nice. For Bengal, that's cool. I like that. Hopefully we see him in the IPL one day. I don't know how old he is, but that'd be awesome. Is this AI? The man Dhoni looks like he's about 25 right here. He's probably getting ready for another event with Rishabh. And then speaking of Rishabh, his sister gets married. And look at Rishabh looking very cute in that suit. That's good stuff right here. I like this. Getting married? I wonder if Rishabh will get married soon. Please consider Pujara for the series. Pujara knocking down the doors of the selectors before the series announcement, and yeah, of course, did blast a massive double ton in the Ranji Trophy, and good timing firstly, but I said it in that South Africa series, he probably should have been there. It was such a tough condition. He is the guy who, again, hasn't scored a big ton in international cricket for a while, but he soaks up so much pressure, so much time, and so much just energy that he saves from the other players in the team. And players like that are just so impossible to find, like a Steve Smith type who just soaks up balls, or that sounds a bit weird, soaks up deliveries, let's say. I'll edit that out. Khawaja as well. Renshaw's one of recent in Australian, but Kane Williamson's a big guy who soaks up a lot of time and deliveries in the middle. Joe Root of old, he's more of a baseball cricketer now, but Joe Root early in his career used to soak up a lot as well, and yeah, I think they still have some use for him. Here is the 16-member T20 squad for the series against Afghanistan. We got Hitman, Shukman, Jaiswal, Kohli, Talak, Rinku, Jitesh, Sampson, Dubey, Sundar, Patel, Bishnoi, Yadav, Arshdeep, Avesh, and Mukesh Kumar. So firstly, that's why Arshdeep Singh isn't in the India A team, because he's a part of the actual India team. So the 11, Hitman. Ooh, then what do you do next? It's T20s, because Jaiswal's an opener, but so is Gill. What do you do? Oh no, I'm a little bit conflicted. I think you have to play him though, but for the balance of the squad, how many openers can you play? Let's say it's Rowett. You could almost just then go Rowett, Kohli. Kohli can open. Let's not forget that. Go Rowett, Kohli, Gill, Talak. Rinku as well obviously has to be in there, and then you've got to play one of the keepers, so I kind of want to play Jitesh Sharma, but they'll definitely give it to Sanju, Dubey, Sundar, Axar. There's so many all-rounders in this squad. They've named such a big squad. There's no Ishan Kishan, which I guess is kind of like another opening batsman, but that's a little bit weird. I thought he was kind of in the plans for that next generation, but they've kind of given that next spot to Jaiswal instead. Back after 14 months in the T20 kit. Yeah. It's going to be the first time that we kind of see these two on a T20 field for a while, but especially batting alongside all of these new guys in the team, like Jitesh, Rinku, Talak. It's a little bit different now, isn't it? Some big names are rested or dropped. So let's have a look. So this is a potentially predicted 11 right here. Rowett, Jaiswal or Gill, Virat, Talak, Rinku, Jitesh, Axar, Bishnoi, Avesh, Arshdeep and Mukesh. yeah, the 2 spinners definitely a must, I would say. And then obviously you can get Rinku to roll the arm over. We've seen him do it recently. He can do it. Some absolute turn on it. Have the broadcasters confirmed India's captaincy for the World Cup? Oh, is this... So who was this? Broadcasters... Oh, yeah, who is this, though? Is this... Oh, Star Sports. I can't even read properly. My bad. Over the last 2 years, I have realised sometimes it's best and right to keep our personal opinions aside and try avoiding content that emotionally disturbs the fans. They've definitely disturbed some fans with this one. The fact that they haven't made Rohit the captain on this poster is a little bit concerning, isn't it? But I just don't see a way that India play a World Cup without Rohit and Kohli at least both in there. Like, they just have to be, right? Dropped or too much players available for limited spots? Wait, is Iyer not in the squad? Hold on a minute, please. Hold on. Hold on. Where's Shreyas Iyer? Isn't he the vice captain? What the fuck? Bro, where is the vice captain? So, hold on. Sky, Hardik, Gaikwad and Ishan all ruled out. Siraj, Bum and Jadu, and Iyer's been rested. Rested? Okay, that's interesting, isn't it? Yeah, that took me a little bit off guard there. Okay. So they're just chilling. I guess they're probably on holiday. They don't really give a shit. They're like, all right, we're probably getting paid for holidaying. Let's go. They're in South Africa. They're doing some tourism. Probably going to meet that man AB. Who are most likely to make a comeback? Iyer, Chahal, KL, Ishan, Shami, Bumrah and Siraj. I mean, you'll definitely see Bumrah there. You'll definitely see Shami there, hopefully. KL needs to be there as well. I think KL is just such a lethal T20 player that he needs to be there. He needs to be the first choice keeper, probably. Chahal, you just can't see it happening, can ya? Like, they're going to pick Kuldeep. There's going to be Jadu. There's going to be Axar as that backup all-rounder. Like, there's just not enough need for that extra spin in the USA or even in the West Indies. So, yeah, I don't see it. Ishan, nah. I think Iyer will be a part of the squad, but it's such a tough 11 to get a part of. Players who are not a part of the squad in the Afghanistan team, playing against them. Ruturaj, Ishan, Sky, Iyer, KL, Hardik, Jadu, Chahal, Shami, Siraj and Bumrah. I mean, it's probably better than the first team almost, except for the batting. The bowlers are. You definitely take this bowling unit here. Not this time again. BCCI bringing Kohli and Rohit back into the setup just to add one more career heartbreak. Damn. Hey, it's a new year. You got to stay positive, man. I know how much it can hurt. You just, come on. It's definitely one of their last best opportunities, though. Like this, it probably is, other than maybe the Champions Trophy next year. This is probably the last best chance for India to have Kohli and Rohit in the same team and win a trophy, isn't it? So there is already a bit of pressure on it. India versus India in the World Cup. What? India will play against the USA in the group stage. Captain of the USA will be the man Unmukt Chand. Bro, I have not heard of this man's name for a while, huh? It's good to see that he's still playing for the USA. I mean, if he's going to be the captain of USA, I can't imagine what their team is looking like, respectfully. Finally, now I can see Rinku and Virat running between the wickets together. Hold on, play. Where's the sound? Hey, shout out if you're a Breaking Bad fan. Let's go. I can't wait, man. Rinku, Kohli batting together will change generations in cricket. Let's be honest. One last dance. He aims to sign off from the T20 internationals by winning the T20 World Cup this year. So, wow. It's all happening pretty quickly, isn't it? The man David Warner, he's going to retire from T20 internationals at the end of the World Cup this year, by the sounds of it. So he's just going to be like a tournament player for the leagues across the world now, which Yeah, wow, that new generation's kicking in, isn't it? I'm a little bit sad. Like, it's such a new era for the Australian cricket team because we're going to have to find a new opener in 3 formats. So there's a lot to happen. In 2019, India won the BGT for the first time in Australia. This was a crazy series, wasn't it? And I remember this test match at the SCG getting drawn. The SCG always does that, man. The first test match where Pujara just was an absolute brick wall, made a big score. Australia won the second test match, India won the third, and then the match was drawn. They won the fourth. Recently, in a friendly match between Namibia and the JSK, I think that's the Johannesburg Super Kings right here. We got Duplessis, we got Faf, and then we got Duplessis. Bro, what? Are they like related? Yo, they've all got the same dad or mum or something. I mean, I'm not trying to start controversy in their families, but there's definitely questions to happen there. Alright. Aussies level this T20 series 1-1 with 1 game to go. Was the third game played this morning, or is that tonight? I know it's very close, but obviously it was Elise Perry's 300th game internationally, which is like, she's the GOAT in Australian sport, in my opinion. Like, she's my all-time favourite woman, sportswoman, athlete, whatever you want to say. And just in general, like, forget gender, like, she'd probably be like in my top 10, like, athletes of all time. Like, if you haven't, look up her goal at the World Cup she was like 17, and she kicked one of the great goals in World Cup history from outside the box. It was dead set ridiculous, but yeah, what a woman, what a cricketer, what a great person. 45,000 fans? Yeah, it was actually packed in there, wasn't it? Which is what you love to see. Like, it just adds to the atmosphere, and they were probably all there for Elise Perry's 300th. I get it, as we all were. As per reports, there are 30 players shortlisted. We're not going to read all of them, but let's see if we notice any weird ones. Rinku, he should be at the top. I don't know why Clarke is listed at number 1, but it definitely should be Rinku. He will be in the 11. Bishnoi Kuldeep Chahal. Yeah, okay. I mean, it's probably as good as you're going to get. Wicketkeeper batsman Sharma, Rahul, Rishabh, Sanju, and Ishan. Pacers, Prasid Krishna, Mukesh Kumar, Umran Malik. So probably the expected 30 that we expected, right? There's Iyer. It's KL. We've got Bumrah Shami, Siraj. No Bhuvi Kumar, which I guess, like, yeah, I don't know. I still rate Bhuvaneshwar Kumar as that, like, he could do a swinging job, but when you've got Shami, I guess, but he's going to be injured for the first few games, I hear, so they probably still need that other guy. It probably just means that, like, Mukesh or a Siraj will play, but it's going to be a solid 11. Like, we know that. They've got so many good quality to pick from, like, yeah, it's going to get the job done, you'd hope. Akash raises a genuine question. Iyer was nominated as the vice captain. This is literally what I just said before. Was a part of the squad against the Proteas too. Where am I up to? Now finds no place in the team against Afghanistan. Dubé was in the squad versus Oz at home. Wasn't picked for SA, but now he's back in the team for Afghanistan. Will he play a game? Also, where is Ishan Kishan? Any news on his availability? So, I mean, me and Akash, we're thinking quite alike here, aren't they? It did not make sense to me when I was like, where is Shreyas Iyer? Like, arrested, I guess, but arrested for what? For fielding for 20 overs and then batting for maybe like 30, 40 balls? Like, he can't be that, unfit or not healthy, right? But yeah, I don't know. They definitely do change their minds a lot, the selectors, don't they? Like, they never seem to have a solid bunch. Like, it's always a few that are in and out. So this would be the World Cup template right here of Rohit, Ishan, Virat, Sky, Rinku, Hardik, and then versus Afghanistan. You can definitely trial it. Rohit, Virat, Sanju at 3 would be a little bit ambitious. Tilak, Rinku, Jitesh. So we probably will see this sort of... you probably have to chuck in Gill or a Jaiswal, probably, but probably pretty accurate there. Would like to see Sanju actually get some good opportunity instead of batting at 5, 6, and 7, right? Virat's numbers as an opener. Innings 9, 400 runs, 57 average, a great strike rate, 350 pluses, and then the high score of 122 not out in the Asia Cup against Afghanistan as well. So that was one of the all-time T20 knocks of recent, but it could work 100 million %. Rohit and Virat Kohli could run and dominate the T20 World Cup opening up together, but it's just if they want to risk it and play maybe a little bit shorter, play that extra all-rounder maybe, or is it an extra batsman? Yeah, they've just got so many possibilities for this 11, like the opening combo. I am going to say... Yeah, I'm going to say Rohit and Kohli, man. Like, if you're trying to prepare for the T20 World Cup, I think Rohit and Kohli is your best opportunity. Yeah, and then I'd probably say Gill at 3. And as much as I love Jaiswal, it can be a little bit hit or miss, can't he? So if he has a big IPL, then maybe you change your mind. So many questions without Rohit and Kohli, with them both back in T20s. Who will open? What about Jaiswal and Gill? Hope Rinku gets a place. He will, don't worry. Who will be the wicket keeper? Will Hardik lead or will Rohit in the World Cup? I think it'll be Hardik who captains, but I don't think that's a bad thing for Rohit either. Like, I know people won't be happy, but I think it'll take a bit of pressure off Rohit and just let him relax and kind of be that just opening pioneer and, yeah, just enjoy himself a bit more, eh? Sky likely to miss the opening stages, so he's going to undergo a hernia surgery, and his recovery will take 8 to 9 weeks. Likely that he misses the first few of the IPL, so it just adds to the importance of, picking up Hardik Pandya as Mumbai, or, having a guy like Nihar Wadahera ready to jump in and play. Who else is there? Obviously, Clarke you got amongst it. They've got such a strong 11, but you're going to need a few to step up. I'm trying to think of their internationals. Can't think on the spot. I can't think of them all. Shamgod's still struggling. Yeah, I did hear about this. It's quite upsetting, to be honest. I just want to see the man Shamgod play some cricket in 2024 and just see those stumps fucking rattling. It's alright. We'll see him soon. We'll see the Shamgod back soon. Don't worry. Has everyone forgot about him? Tripathi. We spoke about this within the last month or so. What has happened to Tripathi or Abhishek Sharma or there's a few others that were amongst Nitish Rana. Like, sort of these guys who were just never mentioned again. His last innings was a really good one, so he's a very experienced guy, as we know, too. So, yeah, a little bit unlucky. Hardik gearing up for the IPL, okay. It's good to see he's in the gym, working hard. He's got the Kung Fu headband on, and he's got his legs open for some reason. You close them for the photo, please. Shakib's fan base. Bangladesh cricketer Shakib has won a seat in Parliament. Look, I don't know much about the old politics world or how things like that happen, but yeah, I don't know. Interesting. If it was me personally, I wouldn't be voting in, Billy Stanlake into politics or, just probably leave it to the politicians, but all right. Well done. Well done. Oh, shit. Here we go again. Shakib, oh my goodness, bro. Stop hurting people. This is not a pair of stumps. You can't just kick it and slap it. God, he's such an angry man. Something might have been said, but come on, Shakib, hold yourself together, please. Klaasen calls time on his red ball career. He played 3 test matches, 0 50s, ignored for the India series, and yeah, just seems like he's going to concentrate on his white ball career, which... it's probably the right thing, eh? Like, he's a good glovesman, but they don't really... they've got so much young talent coming through for South Africa now, so... yeah, I think he's made the right choice. He'll probably make a hell of a lot more money as well. Kung Fu Pandya right there. It's time for the SAT 20 League. Look at the lads. Look at Pollard. Is that Markram there? What's his guy's name? Shit, what's his name? Oh my god, Parnell. Faf. Is that Graham Smith right there? Nice one. I like that. But who's your team? If you do not have a team in the SA, let me know who you go for. I don't actually have a team, so I might have to pick one. Winners prize money. IPL. SA20. 15 crore. What? Is this fucking true? There's no way they're getting paid just a little bit less than they are in the IPL. And I think that's Keshav Maharaj there as well. But that has surprised me. The CPL, the Women's Premier League, the ILT20, the MLC, the PSL, they all earn more money than the Big Bash. What the actual F? The Big Bash needs to stand up our fucking quality. Like, this is embarrassing that the MLC, the CPL are above us. Even the South African League. Like, I'm not trying to be an asshole, but Australia, we should be one of the more wealthier cricketing nations, and it looks like we're not even paying our players enough. No wonder we don't get big enough internationals here anymore, because there's so many better leagues that you might as well play in. That's embarrassing. The Super Smash in New Zealand, the T20 Blast, the 100, and then the BPL. Where's the LPL, the Lankan Premier League? I don't know, maybe they're not on there. We are less than 6 months and the stadium is yet to be constructed. This is what I was talking about in my preview for the World Cup. What the heck's going on here, lads? Like, what are they going to turn up, put all their stuff on the ground like it's a local club cricket game? Under construction? Bro, it's not... Yeah, better sort something out quickly. Hopefully a few billionaires get in there and can just sort something out, right? Agree with your father? Alrighty. If he, Steve Smith, opens the batting, he will be the best opener within 12 months. And the other thing, don't be surprised if he breaks Brian Lara's 400 record, because he is that good and he's got the whole day. Alright, now, firstly, there's a little bit to dissect. Yes, Michael, my father, alright, he makes a lot of these quite crazy statements at times, and sometimes we agree, sometimes we don't. Where do I stand on this one? I agree. Get Steve Smith in to open the batting for Australia in the red ball cricket. If it doesn't go to work for the first, I'd give Steve 3 to 5 test matches to trial it out. No, 3 test matches. If he does nothing, then it's like, all right, maybe this is the wrong idea. Back down to number 4, bring Bancroft in and just move on. But I can 100% see Steve Smith coming in, opening the batting, being the number 1 guy in the world. I don't know about breaking Brian Lara's record, but if we get a flat pitch, he might. I love it. I know a lot of people don't like it because it's not traditionalist, and, you know, everyone just says, oh, what's the point of the Sheffield Shield then? It's like, you know, Cameron Bancroft has definitely had chances to nail a spot in the team. Like, let's not forget that he was brought back after his ban on that Ashes tour and provided us nothing. Like, I know it's pretty difficult circumstances, but, you know, he's around the mark. He's just, yeah, I don't know, man. It's such a tough position to be in as a selector. Thankfully, it's not my job. Cricket means the world to me, and I've put my heart and soul into developing my game as an opener. At the end of the day, it's not my call and it's not my decision. You're damn right it's not your decision. It's a tough one. I think he has to be a part of the squad at least, just to know that he's a part of it. He's the next in line, but yeah, for me, it would be Steve Smith, Bancroft, and then Cameron Green. And then maybe like Matt Renshaw, Marcus Harris. But yeah, I think Steve Smith can do it. I think he really can. Already afraid? Dangerous? Bairstow said, India can produce different decks. It doesn't have turn. It doesn't have to turn. We've seen how potent their seam attack has been recently. Yeah, I mean, well said, Johnny, but you still would like to prepare for some turn in India. That would probably be a good idea, to prepare for some spin. But I guess we're going to see what happens in that tour, huh? I'm excited for it. Sonny G. It's in about 3 weeks' time. Another test series starts with a country that has the biggest whinging and moaning media in the sport. Anything that doesn't suit their team will be criticised harshly. So essentially, Fox Sports from Australia, essentially, is what they're, pretty much England version. But yeah, he's 100% correct. And like, we see it during the Ashes all the time. Like, even when Australia was in England, we're beating them. They've still got something to complain about. They're still crying and sooking about something because they made the game, remember? Cricket is owned by England, remember? Crazy little fuckers, aren't they? I can't wait. It should be a great series, man. Hopefully England actually turns up and plays some quality. I like his commentary, but has anyone ever challenged Varney over the cheating in 05? Cheating? We know getting out to Ricky Ponting was bad, but it wasn't cheating. He was genuinely dismissed by that medium-paced mug. Who is running the Iceland cricket account? Like, it's definitely just some former cricketer that just doesn't care and wants to get all their opinions out. 100%. We got a few more here. So basically the ban's been uplifted. The man Faruqi, Ul Haq and Majid, they can all play in the leagues across the world now. So I don't understand why they banned them for about 2 weeks and then say, all right, the ban's over. We just wanted to piss you off. Like, is that literally what they did? Just say, hey, we don't like it right now. Come back home. And then a week later, it should be okay. All right, see you later. What's going on, fellas? Make your fucking mind up. They can either play or they can't, right? Former Indian pacer Praveen Kumar reveals a shocking thing. Did you think that an IPL franchise would invite you as a bowling coach? They never called me for the Ranji Trophy to guide youngsters. What can I expect? They give the reason that I drink. And I replied, do I drink on the ground or did I open a bottle in the dressing room? And many senior players used to say during playing days not to drink, but everyone used to do it. What do you guys reckon? I mean, if you're a professional athlete, man, and you're in your playing days and you need to be switched on and not drinking the day before a big test match or something, that would probably be the right choice. But if it's in your spare time and you want to have a few beers, I suppose. But yeah, I don't really know the full story, do we? Like, the man might have had he might have had a bottle of whiskey in his back pocket for all I know. We've got our last two. We've got the Sham God. Arjuna Award is a dream. Life passes and people are not able to win this award. I am happy that I have been nominated for this award. Did he win it or just nominated? So he might have won it. That's even just nominated is crazy, bro. Like, nice. He's one of the great people, isn't he? The Sham God. So he deserves it, man. He's had an interesting last few years, so he deserves it. We got our last one for today's episode. I hope we've all enjoyed the Fab Four in 2023. Let's do it. Joe Root, 1144 average, 2 centuries, pretty solid. Kohli, 36 innings, 2,000 runs, an average of 66, 8 centuries. Not bad. Steve Smith, 41 innings, by far the most. Only 1,400 runs. That's a little bit sus. 37 average. It's okay. And then 300s, pretty good. Then Kane Williamson, 20 innings, 1,100 runs, an average of 61 and 4 centuries. In my opinion, all right, let's finish this video off with the ranking of how the Fab Four played in 2023. So I'm going to say number 1 was Kohli. Clearly, I mean, just look at the stats right here. Number 1 was Kohli. Number 2 was Kane. Number 3, as much as I hate to say this, Joe Root, number 3, and then Steve Smith was number 4. So he had 1 more century, but he played a hell of a lot more cricket than Joe Root, and he only had 300 more runs. He averaged a hell of a lot less, so I'm not going to let my bias get ahead of me here. Steven, pick it up in 2024, maybe as the test opener. But hey, that will cap us off for 2024, episode 198. I believe. All right, we'll figure that out when I edit the video. I hope we all enjoyed. Subscribe if you guys are new. And let's just leave it on what my father said, some outlandish things potentially. Let me know. I hope we all enjoyed, and I'll see everyone in the next one.